sticky bread. And then we got some eggs and hash browns with onions. Hopefully everybody likes it.
So our plan today was to go to Dawson City to get some supplies and refill our water on the way. But unfortunately, with the big rain we just had, the Klondike Highway between here and there is completely flooded right across the main highway. So there's no way to Dawson currently. So that's sort of our main lifeline. So the other town is down the Silver Trail, and it's the town of Mayo, Yukon. Funny enough, somebody we know from the First Nation, the Nachonayak Dun First Nation there, drove into our camp and said hello and confirmed that that road is open. We can drive there, we can get our supplies there, and it was really nice to see him again. Yukon's a big place, but there's not so many people, so it's kind of funny. You're out here in the middle of nowhere, but you seem to run into those people you know pretty quickly. He also mentioned that the road to another burn is currently open. So we're thinking we're gonna go to Mayo, head down the Silver Trail a little further, and go scout another big burn down there. It's in an area where I've worked before. We need to get boots on the ground and check it out. Gonna be heading out with Alec and Randy. What kind of species of morel is that? Oh yeah.
It's a black stone morel.
Morchella stomentosa. And Alex is gonna hold down the fort while we're gone. Thanks, dude.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
See you later, eh? Oh, see you later. Well, I got camp to myself now, so I'll just keep things tidy and read a book, carve a stick. So I grew up on Vancouver Island, and one of the only things you can do there, because I'm from a small town, is enjoy the nature of everything. There's hiking trails and rivers and lakes and mountains. You grow up to really appreciate what nature has to offer. You know, sometimes when you're having a difficult moment, you go for a walk in the woods. That's a fair contrast to being a mushroom picker who picks forest fire morels, because we find these morels in devastated forest fires. Wander through these sections of forest and you have this sort of idea of what the forest used to look like and how beautiful and ancient and epic it was, and it's such a shame. After a while you start to learn to see what comes next, and that is very encouraging. We are in the Yukon right now. The forest fires are just a cyclical thing, like it's part of the natural rhythm. You see all these little plants popping up, all these little green shoots, and it just really shows off the promise of what is to come. And so despite it being this devastating event, displaces animals, graze land, always something good waiting around the corner. So I hope that sheds some light onto the situation from the perspective of a mushroom picker that also loves nature as it is, untouched.
Well, we're crossing the Stewart River, coming to the junction. There's the Stewart River, and this river feeds into the Yukon River. Normally we go left, but today we're going to turn right. We got a black bear here. Hey, boo boo. Boo boo. Welcome to Mayo, heart of the Yukon. Alright, now we're headed out to Mayo Lakes. Now this highway basically goes to nowhere. It's an old silver mining community. The next town would be Keno, which has a resident population of only 15 full-time residents. We're going about halfway there, and then we're taking a dirt road towards Mayo Lake, Yukon. Still still some snow on the side of the road here. We're almost at the burn, but we've just stopped here because there's a big grove of birch trees, and we've harvested chaga not too far from here. But take a look. See, these are birch, and in there's some larger birch. This one's dead, and it's covered in some pretty cool looking polypore. And there is a little tiny piece of chaga here, and look at these. Wow. See it there? Woo, I can get that. And that is a perfect little chaga. Woo. Okay, we'll call it a day on that one. And we also grabbed some beautiful birch bark for starting fires. This makes an amazing high antioxidant tea. So look, I only took about half. Can't complain about a little roadside score like that. Oh, I hear a wild bushman. Look at that. Nice. It's been quite a journey down this road. Here's the Mayo River, and we're just starting to see burn over there. But it's on the other side of the river, so we need to find the bridge, or if we can't find the bridge, we'll have to canoe around it next time. Burn hopped the river here.
Let's just take a quick look.
Yeah, let's take a look. Doesn't look like a great burn, but you know, boots on the ground. That's what you got to do sometimes. Look at these fire cups. These are nice and healthy. Right there. It's a good sign. Oh, look at those fire cups. Gonna get down to the water with the lowest elevation, but this fire is actually further progressed than the one we're camped near. Most of the burn is on that side, but let's take a look at the river here. As like most places in the Yukon, the road is your only real lifeline. Oh, these blue butterflies everywhere. The burn goes all the way to that far hillside way in the distance, and then it goes all the way that way, all the way to the lake, which we'll go to next. The fire cups don't guarantee that there'll be morels, but it's definitely something you commonly see with morels, so it's usually a good sign when you see them. All right, we've made it to the end of the road at the little water control station here. So Mayo Lake starts right at that yellow line. Go have a look. Lakewood.
Building hole.
Yeah.
Nice. Strip.
Whole pile of sticks from pulling out of the dam structure there. So there's some burn. The far hillside doesn't look very good. It's all muskeg. But there's some sections up in here that could be good. We'll check with the drone. I boated across this whole lake 3 years ago with the Nutchinayak Dun First Nation out to a burn on the far end of the lake. And it's probably 15 kilometers long or something like that. It's quite a journey over there. Went way into the bush on the far side, and as we were sailing, about halfway down the lake, he pointed at this far hillside and said that his family has been hunting moose there for thousands of years. It's pretty cool. Lake trout, grayling, and pike. So there's some nice little sections right over there. That looks okay. Not amazing, but could be good. Oh, that's cold.
The little butterflies?
Yeah.
I know.
That drone flight actually gave us a lot of good intel there. On the far end of the lake, there was this big section with lots of orange top trees, which we love to pick in because the mushrooms are nice and clean. And there was 20 to 25 small ponds that I counted. That could be a nice day or two picking in there. Definitely somewhere to keep in mind, but as for right now, the lake still has ice all over it, so it's probably a little bit too early here, even though it's nice and warm out right now. But that would be our plan, is to come back here in maybe a week and a half, and canoe across the water just up there, hop out in that muskeg, park the canoe, hike over this hill, and get into those ponds.
Watch your arm.
Here we are at the government building in Mayo, Yukon. And the community is so small that inside this government building we've got the Yukon liquor store and the public library. We've got a pretty nice sized black bear. Okay. And a couple of little cubs right there. And they go up in the tree. The mama bear. They always go and hug the tree and wait for mom to see what's going on. They're cute when they're that size. But then they get to that size and then they're not so cute anymore. Go away from our camp. Go hang out over there, okay? We're home.
Nobody else camped here.
Not yet. We scored some of these driftwood poles. They're nice solid poles to work with, and they'll also work as firewood if we need. Got that chaga, bunch of birch bark from a fallen birch tree, great fire starter. And we loaded up on water, got some food and supplies. Time to make some dinner. Here's a piece of the fireweed that I like to mix in. So you can eat these. They're excellent when cooked. There's the leaves. And then the stalks, when they're young like this, snap, and they're very good. They're kind of like asparagus. And this is a very abundant plant. It grows absolutely everywhere in the Yukon. You could never run out of this. There we go. A nice pasta using up the leftover veggies we have before they go bad.
Yukon, Canada. Hey? Gourmet. The only problem is there's no Morels in it yet.
Cheers. Cheese melting in there, sitting by the campfire, in the middle of the wilderness. It's not so bad.